We took the warning and we were going to leave.
First name is Jaden, John, Adam, Delta, Yankee, Nora, middle initials Diaz and Delta, last name is Barrera, Baker, Adam, Romeo, Romeo, Edward, Romeo, Adam. Date of birth is 3/7/2001, Hispanic female.
On May 9th, 2022, Clearwater police officers approached young women on the beach for alcohol violations. What began as a warning escalated to arrest, raising critical questions about enforcement detention authority and the role of demeanor in policing outcomes.
Oh my God.
Hello, how y'all doing?
Hi.
How's it going?
You have IDs?
We don't. We're not with us.
How old are you, ladies?
I'm 21.
21?
How
Okay.
about you, ma'am?
21.
Okay. You have anything with your name or anything like that?
No, I didn't bring any either.
Nothing? Nothing on your phone or anything like that?
I could double check.
Can you please?
Do you have one issued to you?
What do you mean?
Do you have like a license?
Like an ID? Yeah.
Do you have a nice license out of Florida?
Yeah.
What's your first name?
Jaden.
Spell it for me.
Jadyn.
Can you pass me the high move, please?
Ariana!
Ladies, we're not
We're not done with y'all. Where y'all going?
We're not done. Just stand by.
Okay.
No, you can't. You said what? If you want to.
Are we being under arrest?
Yeah, you guys are detained. What do you mean you can leave if you want to?
We're not being under arrest. You guys didn't say that.
You're detained right now for open alcohol. We can arrest you for just having alcohol in your hand. Do me this favor, just stand right here.
You're saying.
Stand right here, please.
We're trying to make this more. We're not trying to.
No, alright, y'all just came and bothered us for
No, we're not bothering y'all.
We're just doing our job.
Okay.
Okay, well then we can leave. Like, that's not a problem.
You want to give me attitude? No, I'm not. Don't resist. Don't resist. Don't resist. Take off your backpack.
They're just bored.
Now we have a reason for you to stay, right?
It's called an attitude. Attitude got you in handcuffs, honestly.
No, because you could have just left and you want to start something.
You want to learn how to be an adult real quick.
Attitude, you told me.
It's called an attitude.
You can talk to me, I can talk to you. You have a right? I can walk, you don't have to grab me.
pushing.
I don't say anything else. We don't need to talk.
Stop racing and pushing yourself away. You're pushing away from me. Just right here. Stand right there. Thank you.
Can you please let go of me? I don't feel comfortable.
Jesus Christ. $45 minutes.
Ariana, you don't?
A-N-A-R-A-S-E-R-T.
Spell your first name again for me.
I don't want to, it's okay.
45 on 12, code 5, check my name. You're going to catch 2 charges if you want to be difficult. I'm going to let that sink in for you. You guys could literally walk out of here. We were just trying to give you guys a warning to leave.
We were trying to leave.
We were going to give you one.
But
the thing
that.
is,
We knew we were not supposed to do that, so we're leaving.
Let me talk. Your mouth got yourself in these handcuffs.
No, because you guys are bored. We took the warning and we were going to leave.
First name is Jaden, John, Adam, Delta, Yankee, Nora, middle initials Diaz and Delta, last name is Barrera, Baker, Adam, Romeo, Romeo, Edward, Romeo, Adam. Date of birth is 3/7/2001, Hispanic female. she is too. She don't look like she's 21. But she don't want to talk, so she should catch 2 charges. I don't really give it down.
Check David.
No, I haven't yet. No.
What's her name?
Yeah. Oh, that tells me that you're lying. And if you refuse and you give me your name, that's another charge.
Name. I'm not lying about my name.
Okay, but the thing's I'm letting you know I'm looking it up, but it's not coming back.
I gave it to you for you to look up. Why do you want me to say it again?
Jalen, how do you spell your first name?
You spelled it right.
Jadyn.
Yeah, I said that.
What's your middle initial?
I said it already.
Oh my God, why are you so difficult?
Darrera. 33611.
Gotta ask all that.
Okay, I already said it.
What's your middle name?
Doreen
Last name?
Herrera.
Date of birth?
3702.
02 is not 01 now, huh?
Okay.
45. Instead of the year 2001, it's actually 2002.
What is it? How you spell J-A what?
Jadyn. Middle name is D. Last name is Barrera. And she gave me a fake birthday. It's actually 2002. Jadyn. 10-4. Can you drop that in my call, please?
Go to 10. Where you at? Where you at? Can you come down to Pier 60 south for a transport for female? Yeah, just south of the sand, literally underneath here.
South Lake City. If we have a patrol unit available, and we need a cage out here, we're on the sand, south of Pier 60. Time for, we're gonna need one more. What's your name?
Shall we take her car, please?
Yeah, what's your name? Ariana. We're gonna sit you in this car.
They're in her bag.
Which one? This one? Let's see. Walk the dog. Have a seat, ma'am.
Have a seat. Jadyn, I got your car with AC, so come on.
We gotta take your hat off for you, okay?
You live with your parents?
Yeah.
What's your parents' phone number? Jadyn, can I be real with you right now, or am I just gonna be wasting my breath? I don't think you're still not taking it seriously, but To be real with you, like, go ahead, hold on. 10-4. Look around. Do you really think I'm out here? How you said I was bored. Do you really think I take excitement of giving people citations for alcohol? Do you think I'm out here every single day arresting people for alcohol?
I don't know.
But
But respectfully,
let's be like logical here. You think I'm really knowing how the world is? There's so much more important things I need to focus on, right? You both and I can agree to that. Okay, I get what you're saying, but I'm letting you know it's a two-way conversation. I'm letting you know your information not coming back because you lied. So how is that my fault? You lied about your birthday, so of course it's gonna come back. Hey, your information's not coming back, and then you give me attitude, and then you're telling me that you're demanding to leave. I'm like, no, that's not how it works.
I wasn't demanding to leave. I said we were trying to leave.
But that's not how it
We weren't trying to
works.
start anything.
That's not how it works.
We were just trying to take the warning and just go home.
Exactly. If you were to give me the right birthday from the get-go, none of this, you would have not been in handcuffs. And our interaction would have been totally different. You would have probably stayed on the beach, honestly.
I understand.
Okay. So whose phone number is this?
My mom,
Your mother, what's her name?
Jill.
Jill?
I'll turn it each other. There we go. That's it.
The initial detention was legally justified under Terry v. Ohio. Officers observed apparent open containers of alcohol possessed by individuals whose ages were uncertain. This created reasonable suspicion of violating Florida Statute 562.111, which prohibits alcohol possession by persons under 21. Under Terry, reasonable suspicion permits brief investigative detention. The scope and duration must be limited to the investigation's purpose. Here, verifying ages and deciding on enforcement action justified the temporary detention. The officers initially intended to issue warnings, demonstrating appropriate discretion. The critical moment occurs when subjects attempt to leave. The officer's statement, "You guys are detained," explicitly invokes Fourth Amendment constraints. At this point, the subjects are not free to leave. The question becomes whether the continued detention and subsequent arrest remain constitutionally reasonable. The officer states they can arrest just for having alcohol in your hand. This is legally accurate under Atwater v. City of Lago Vista, where the Supreme Court held that officers may make full custodial arrests, even for minor misdemeanors punishable only by fine, provided probable cause exists. However, possessing legal authority differs fundamentally from appropriate exercise of that authority. Police discretion exists precisely to allow context-appropriate responses. The escalation to arrest appears driven by demeanor rather than the underlying violation or safety concerns. The officer's own words reveal this. It's called attitude. Your mouth got yourself in these handcuffs. And, you want to learn how to be an adult real quick? These statements indicate the arrest resulted from perceived disrespect rather than the alcohol violation itself. This raises the contempt of cop doctrine concern. While citizens must comply with lawful orders during detention, they retain First Amendment rights to express dissatisfaction, provided it doesn't constitute interference or true threats. Arrests based primarily on perceived disrespect are constitutionally problematic. The subject's provision of false birth year information created a separate legal issue. Florida Statute 837.05 criminalizes knowingly giving false information to law enforcement. This is a first-degree misdemeanor, more serious than the original alcohol charge. However, the statute requires false information concerning the commission of a crime. Florida courts interpret this narrowly, typically requiring false information about the crime itself, not merely false identification during unrelated investigations. The legal sufficiency of this charge remains questionable. From a use of force perspective, Graham v. Connor establishes that force must be objectively reasonable based on totality of circumstances, judged from the officer's perspective at the moment of decision. The handcuffing constituted a seizure requiring Fourth Amendment analysis. The video shows verbal resistance, but no clear physical resistance. Modern policing standards emphasize de-escalation and proportional response. The question is whether verbal noncompliance and attitude justified immediate physical control without attempting further verbal de-escalation. Multiple de-escalation opportunities were missed. When subjects attempted to leave, a calm explanation of their obligation to remain during the investigation might have prevented confrontation. Clear communication about legal requirements often achieves compliance without physical control. The officers receive a grade of C+. Credit for lawful initial detention, proper verification procedures, and stated intention to warn rather than cite. However, escalation driven by attitude rather than law, missed de-escalation opportunities, and confrontational communication reduce the grade significantly. The subject, Jaden Barrera, receives a D-. Providing false birth year information created serious legal exposure. Her confrontational demeanor escalated tensions when cooperation would likely have resulted in a warning. Attempting to leave during a lawful detention showed misunderstanding of legal obligations. However, she avoided physical resistance once handcuffing began and ultimately provided correct information. Her confusion appeared genuine, suggesting lack of legal knowledge rather than intentional defiance. Understanding your obligations during detention is crucial to avoiding escalation. The friend, Ariana, receives a B-. She complied with requests, provided accurate information, and maintained cooperative demeanor. The initial violation and failure to help de-escalate her friend's situation prevent a higher grade. Key lessons from this encounter. First, legal authority to act does not mandate action. Discretion allows context-appropriate responses. Second, demeanor-based enforcement undermines equal application of law and public trust in policing. Third, de-escalation requires active effort from all parties. Officers should clearly explain legal requirements and provide opportunities for voluntary compliance. Citizens should understand that cooperation during lawful detentions serves their interests, even when disagreeing with the stop. Fourth, providing false information to law enforcement, even seemingly minor misinformation, creates serious criminal exposure. Always provide accurate identification during lawful detentions. Fifth, constitutional rights exist, but wise exercise of those rights requires understanding both the law and practical consequences. Finally, modern policing demands more than legal compliance. Professional communication, de-escalation skills, and appropriate discretion distinguish good policing from mere lawful policing. Minor violations present opportunities for education and relationship building, not just enforcement statistics. Let us know if there is an interaction or legal topic you would like us to discuss in the comments below. Thank you for watching.